Hey everyone, it's Crystal here. So, why is it so important to establish boundaries? And we hear this term being thrown around constantly. You need to set boundaries, you need to set boundaries. But what does that mean and what does that really look like? Well, when you set boundaries, it's so people can't pass a certain threshold, including yourself. You have to set boundaries for yourself as well. And this could be outside people, this could be tasks that you're doing. Whatever it may be, you have to set a threshold. You have to set some sort of criteria for your own self of what you will and will not do. So this can go for if there's somebody asking you to do something, learning to say no if you really don't want to do it rather than continuously taking too much on. This could be also for your own self and what you can determine is enough rather than being an overachiever and trying to do everything to people please. This could be even when you're dealing with time management, where you're allotting your time. What are you doing with your time? Even for even for also including some self-care time as well. Just trying to create some sort of boundaries with relationships around you, relationships with yourself, as well as things that you have to do as well. So boundaries are really important because it gives us some sort of guideline, a criteria of what we're working towards. And if we don't set these boundaries, then we don't really know what our values are, our strong fundamental values that we need to live by in order to operate in a way that completely matches with who we are and allows us to maneuver in a way that suits us. And we have to establish these boundaries in every environment. There's no environment that you cannot or should not establish any boundary. It should be applied into work life, home life, every part of life. And when you think about these boundaries, this is the ultimate threshold, the ultimate limit that you will take it. This is the highest part that you will compromise or exceed to. And when you establish these boundaries, they have to be thoughtful. It's a meaningful, respectful line that you do not cross, you do not taint, you do not let anybody else do that either. This is your fundamental values of how you want to operate, how you're moving through things, how you deal, how you are going to behave and respond and react. So it's very important to establish reasonable boundaries for yourself that you can achieve and that you can implement and stand by. And so maybe some people don't respect your boundaries. That's reasonable. Like sometimes people don't even want some people to change when they are working at enhancing and changing some parts about them that just need some extra fine tuning. And so maybe they're not accepting or they're uncomfortable that you're setting these boundaries, but who cares? It's about you at the end of the day. And if you constantly accommodate other people, that's foregoing your boundaries. And that doesn't help either because you're doing yourself a disservice at the end of the day, not really them. So really determining what do boundaries look like for you? Where do you need them in life? And I'm telling you, you're probably going to need them in all facets of life. We all have boundaries in every way, shape, or form, in every aspect of our lives. So we need to determine what are they and what part of it means something to you so much that you will stand by it and you will not deter from it. You will not allow someone to pass through. And this will help you build confidence, resilience, self-worth, and self-value for your own self because this is how you look after you. And so when you have these really strong boundaries, this is a coping tool that is really something that you can apply to all facets of life. And it's just so important to really understand what that is, cultivate a strong understanding with boundaries, implementing them, and also allowing yourself to be and feel confident having them. So they should serve you in a really good, helpful way and not go against everything that you stand by or think or want in your life. So you really have to dig deep and really do a little bit of work here on what you're prepared to set boundaries for and towards and what they look like. And this will really give you a really good framework for recovering, preventing burnout, and anything else that is related to burnout in itself. So I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.